Hi, and welcome back to Math with Miss Wardell. So, first of all, we're in lesson 29. It's the problem set. I'm on page 125. And we're very close to finishing this module up with fractions. Alright? So, here we're going to compare fractions using the same numerator. Alright? Meaning the same top number. So we're going to look at those denominators. It says label each shaded fraction. Use greater than, less than, or equal to compare. Meaning we're going to see which one's less, which one's more. Are they equal? The first one has been done for you. Here they have one whole that has been partitioned into 6 pieces. They shaded 2 of them. So their fraction is 2/6. Another whole that has been divided into 3 equal pieces, and they've shaded 2. Which one has more? This one, you see, it has more. It has a way more because these pieces are bigger, so they take up more. So 2/6 is less than 2/3. Here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 equal pieces. One is shaded. Here, this whole has been cut into halves, and one is shaded. So I have 1/2. Which part has more shaded areas? This one. So 1/4 is less than 1/2. Less than 1/2. I'm going to have you help me with number 2 and 4 in our meet. Number 5 says, partition each number line into the units labeled to the left. Okay. So how do I know how to label them? Well, look to the left, then use the number line to compare the fractions. Okay, so we're going to use the number line to compare the fractions. So first I noticed that this one is labeled with halves. So I take from 0 to 1 and I break it in half. And I'm going to number my number line. So this would be 0 halves, 1/2, 1 whole would be 2 halves. I'm going to have you help me with these next two. And we're going to compare in the live mate. Okay? Over on page, well, we might go ahead and like break them apart. So fourth, so I would break this into 4 equal pieces, draw my 3 pieces, right? You can go ahead and label those. So here is 0/4, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, right? With 8s, so with 8s, I could always label this into 4s and then just add another line in between to double it to make 8. So 4 plus 4 would be 8. 1, 2, 3. So now put one in between each of them. I have 8 equal pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So there's 0 8s, 1 8, 2 8s, 3 8s, 4 8s, 5 8s, 6 8s, 7 8s, and 1 whole would be 8 8s. Alright, so we will compare in our live meet then, okay? And I'll get your opinion on which one is less than or equal to on our number lines. Turn over to page 126. Here it says draw your own model to compare the following fractions. So here you get to pick your own model on how you want to compare. Do you want to use a tape diagram? Do you want to use, what do you want to use? So for 3/10 and 3/5, I mean, I think I just might use a tape diagram just because it's really easy. Try and draw them about the same length. So 3/5 here, I'm going to break this up into 1, 2, 3, 4. I did not do a very good job on that, that's for sure. Okay, let's try this part again. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a little bit better, not by much. Let's see if I can draw it again for my tenths. So here I would break these up into, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That works. Okay, so if I'm shading them, now that I have all the pieces, I'm going to shade 3 that are out of the 10, and 3 out of the 5. So you can clearly see that 3/10 is less than 3/5, right? This has way more. How about 2 6 and 2 8? 2 6 and 2 8. So here I'm going to use just like a square sort of thing. I think I'm going to do, let's see, 1, 2. I do a 2 by 3, which gives me 6 equal pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here I can do a 2 by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. To give me 8 equal pieces. Here I've got 2 of them filled in. And this one I have 2 filled in. So here it's a lot harder to see. However, I do know that with the 8s, I have these broken up into much smaller pieces than the 6. So I'm using less here. So here, 2 6s more than 2 8s. So this time I want to show that by showing my symbol this way to where it eats the bigger number, or the bigger fraction. So 2 6. Alright. Number 8 says John ran 2/3 of a kilometer after school. Nicholas ran 2/5. I'm going to circle 2/3 and 2/5. Who ran the shorter distance? So here's what it's asking. Who ran the shorter distance? Use the model below to support your answer, and be sure to label one hole as 1 kilometer. Okay. So John runs 2/3. So here I'm going to fill in 2/3. And because they look like they stop and they start at the same place, I could see that this right here, this is one hole, right? So this would be 1 kilometer. I'm also going to put that it's a whole, right? Then there's Nicholas. And he ran 2/5. So here they've already partitioned it into 5 equal pieces. I just have to shade in the 2 parts. Boy, that's easy, isn't it? Okay, so now I've labeled everything. I've done my, I've labeled the kilometer. Now I want to see who has run the shorter distance. Who has run the shorter distance? This time it would be the person who has the least amount. Well, Nicholas ran the shortest distance, didn't he? So I'm going to say Nicholas ran the shortest distance because two-fifths is less than 2/3, period. And then I'm going to get your help with number 9 in our meet. Alright? Alright guys, you're doing great with fractions. Keep up the hard work. Bye.